Playoff baseball in Los Angeles, California. I'm Dan Stevens along with Johnny Peralta, and we bring to you live from the Mad Dog 2001 YouTube channel, Cardinals, Dodgers. Dodgers are up 2-1, and we'll bring the game next. And we look at the game recap so far. Los Angeles won 4-3, and then when you looked at Game 2, it was a Carlos Gonzalez home run, which was a difference maker there, which tied the series at 1. And then yesterday, a brilliant pitching performance by Shelby Miller against his former club, the Cardinals, against Kennedy Dahman. And well, Dahman was the tough luck loser in that one, going 8 innings of 1-run baseball. Jock Peterson was the difference maker in that game. Now, here is Game 4, Jake Arrieta versus Joe Wheeland, and we're getting it live on the Mad Dog 2001 channel. The Seattle Mariners have a 3-game lead in the ALCS. That game will be later tonight, broadcasted someplace else. And we'll take a look at the Cardinal lineup, brought to you by Mad Dog 2001. Santana's in the lineup today. Van Buren, Trout, Knapp, Carlos Gonzalez, Arenado, Braun, Emerson, and then Jake Arrieta. Emerson is getting the start at second base. They've been kind of platooning that role between Dahman, Santana, and Arenado on who's going to be playing the infield positions. And today, Dahman will sit, and Emerson will play. Well, Dan, I really think it has a lot to do with Danny Santana's inability to play second base. It's been a struggle out there, and as you can see, Emerson's been a little bit better at that position than Danny Santana. Danny Santana can play a really good shortstop, and he's much of a liability at third. Arenado is a vacuum cleaner out there, and I think they just want to get their best defense on the field. Well, we're going to start it off. Danny Santana, who's 5 for 10 in this NLCS, and hitting .500. Wheeland's first pitch is on its way, and that one's inside for a ball, and we are underway here in Los Angeles.
Well, Dan, the Cardinals really need to get a win here in LA, because if they don't, that means Michael Wacha is win or go home, and they got to win 3 straight to go back to the World Series for the 3rd consecutive year.
Well, yeah, the Cardinals have won 2 consecutive World Series in 2017 and 2016 against the Cleveland Indians both years. And that one's low. Didn't go around, and the count's the count is 3-0. Marcus Van Buren's on deck. I would imagine Santana's taking all the way here. Here's the pitch by Wheeland. And Santana draws a leadoff walk. So the Cardinals got something brewing here in the first inning. Now here's Marcus Van Buren having a really good NLCS as well. And manager Mike Matheny decides to move him up in the lineup.
Well, with Van Buren, it's been an interesting year. With all the injuries, they had him hitting leadoff there for a while until Danny Santana started getting hot and got his job back at the top of the lineup. But it seems like the Cardinals have had struggles with who to bat leadoff. Pretty good job up there at the top, hitting over 300 in that span.
A lot of the reasons that Matheny told me why he doesn't like having him hitting leadoff is the extra at-bats he takes, which takes away from his defense. His defense started to struggle a bit down the stretch, and there's a line drive into center field. This one's hit pretty good over the head of Jason Hayward, and Santana is coming to the plate. The throw to the plate, not in time, and the Cardinals lead 1-0 here in the first inning. A great throw, a great relay throw, not in time, and Van Buren has a leadoff double, or a base clearing double to score 1. And that'll bring up Mike Trout, who's hitting .333 in this series. But the problem is there hasn't been much power in the series overall from the Cardinals' standpoint. The Dodgers have hit the ball at the ballpark where the Cardinals have not. There's a ball hit foul.
Well, Van Buren's also known to swipe a base here and there. He stole 19 bases this year.
The pitch.
No, that's out.
Surprisingly, it's actually more stolen bases than Mike Trout.
Well, a lot of that has to do with where Trout hits in the lineup. There's usually someone on base when he hits, so it's tough for him to steal.
And manager Mike Matheny said that he'd just rather have Trout hitting the ball out of the ballpark than going around trying to get injured stealing a base that he might not have to steal. That one's inside, and the count's 2-2. Van Buren gets his lead. And here's the pitch. And he takes strike 3, slider. That one came back and buckled him. And that'll bring up Justin Knapp, who won the Rookie of the Year and the MVP. The first time in 4 years where Mike Trout did not walk away with the MVP. Here's the pitch.
Well, deservingly so. This kid is a flat-out hitter. Hit over 320 this season. Hit over 50 home runs. Drove in over 120 runs. And the guy was just an absolute machine in the middle of that lineup. Rarely missed a game. Was healthy all year long. And manager Mike Matheny loves this kid. Swung on and hit foul. It makes you wonder what Mike Matheny will do next season when he gets all his guys back. There's a ground ball thrown on over. Valbuena throws him out for the second out. And that'll bring up Carlos Gonzalez. As you can see, Matheny is putting all the guys that are hitting in this series up and jumping them all together. And it resulted in a run. So I would say that it's been a success so far. Whelan's going to be throwing pitch number 18 of the inning. Swung on and missed by Cargo. And the count's 1-1. Van Buren still standing at second base. The pitch. And that one's fouled back, and we'll do it again. 1-2 to Carlos Gonzalez. Van Buren, again with the lead. The pitch. Swung on and missed, and the inning is over. Carlos Gonzalez was fooled by that slider, and he swung at it. But Marcus Van Buren hits that double over the head of Jason Hayward, and the Cardinals lead 1-0. Let's take a look at the Dodgers lineup, brought to you by Mad Dog 2001. Well, it'll be Jock Peterson, Simmons, Puig, Hayward, Gonzalez, Perez, Valbuena, Shoop, and then Joe Whelan, the pitcher. Jake Arrieta will get the start. And Arrieta, I don't know why they're showing you that line, but this year he had a really good year, his first year as a Cardinal. And he is pitching his first postseason game as a Cardinal since the Cardinals swept San Diego. And here is Jock Peterson. Matheny was talking about maybe not starting Michael Wacha in that first game. There were some rumors going around as Arrieta throws that first pitch strike. There were some rumors going around that Arrieta was going to get the start in game 1 because they feel like between their 4 starters, they're all really good, and they wanted to get Arrieta that work, and he strikes out Peterson. Peterson has been striking out a lot in this series. However, he is the only reason why they won Game 3. Here is Andrillian Simmons, the defensive king. He's a wizard over at shortstop. Here's the 0-1. And that one's low. Well, they talked to Arrieta and they asked him what they should do. And Arrieta said that he's a veteran pitcher, that he can handle the extra rest. He said he would like to use the extra rest since he didn't miss a start all year, and he pitched nearly 200 innings.
There's a fly ball. That one might drop. Cargo chases it down for the second out. As you take a look, Seattle is whooping up on Oakland, and Seattle's one game away from advancing to the World Series. Here's Yasiel Puig. Pitch to Puig. And there's a fly ball that's going to get down for extra bases as it gets all the way to the wall. Cargo throws it back in, and he'll stay at second. So Puig has a 2-out double. And Jason Hayward will be the batter. Jason Hayward's hitting 174 in the postseason, and he's hitting 273 in the series. The pitch by Arrieta, and there's a ground ball. Emerson picks it up, throws to first, and the inning is over. So the Dodgers strand a guy at second. We've played one here in Los Angeles. It's 1-0 St. Louis. And we're back after the break as Nolan Arenado will step in. He's only got 2 hits in the series, but because of his vacuum ability at third base, they really wanted him in this game. I don't know why he's hitting so high up in the lineup, though. He has not been good, and they felt that Arenado had a pretty disappointing season, hitting for absolutely no power. 6 home runs on the year for Nolan Arenado. Hit close to 300, but they just feel like they're paying him this money, and they wanted more production than just a guy that can slap hit a single, as he'll get a base hit there. A leadoff single by Nolan Arenado. They wanted a guy who could do more than just be a high on base guy with singles and play really good defense. They were hoping for a middle of the lineup type hitter who's going to drive in runs and hit the ball out of the ballpark. And speaking of a guy who can hit the ball out of the ballpark, here's Ryan Braun, and he's hitting the 7th hole today. Well, Matheny said that he knew that there were some holes in the lineup this season, and there was going to be some struggles, and they were hoping that they weren't going to have their struggles in the postseason, and Braun takes a strike. Wasn't really happy about that. And Arenado gets his lead. The pitch to Braun, and he swung on and missed. Arenado advances to second on a wild pitch. 0-2 to Ryan Braun. He's just absolutely struggling there, Dan. The pitch. And that one's low, and it's 1-2 to Braun. Whelan has had some problems with the strike zone. The pitch. Outside, ball 2. If you really look at it, he has not really thrown a real strike to Braun in this at-bat. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And for whatever reason, Nolan Arenado just took off, and he'll be picked off at third. And that's a strike him out, throw him out. Double play. Terrible base running there. And here's Eric Emerson. Absolutely terrible. For whatever reason, Arenado just took off. Unbelievable. Here's the pitch. Outside. And you get a terrible jump and you just take off. But when you do that, you got to commit to the base. I mean, what happens if Perez makes a bad throw? Like, he just doesn't throw it down to third, the throw can get away, and you can get safe. To give up on the play and to go back to second base, then you're dead in the water. There's just no way. There's no way that you're getting back to that bag. Here's the 3-0 to Emerson. Emerson takes a hee-haw strike, and it's 3-1. There's just no way you can do that. Here's the 3-1. And Emerson hits this one into the gap. This one's trailing, and it's over the head of Hayward, and Emerson's going to have himself a ground rule double. And if that's just disappointing, because Arenado would have scored on that. Here's Arrieta. Swung on and missed. Well, what do you do in a situation like that? Well, I could tell you one thing I used to do. And if guys would just cheat like that and just take off, I'd take them aside and I would tell them, hey, you can't do that. If you're going to, like I said, if you're going to, you think you got one on the pitcher and you don't, and you made a bad decision, commit to your decision. You have to commit to the decision, even if it's a bad one. You can't change your mind in the middle of the decision, because then you're going to get dead in the water. Arrieta strikes out, and the inning's over. So the Cardinals get 2 hits in the inning, fail to score, and we're going to the bottom of the second. Cardinals lead 1-0. And we're back after the break as Adrian Gonzalez will step in. Here's the pitch by Arrieta. And he'll take a strike as Gonzalez crushes that one down the line. There's a fly ball into right. Gonzalez chasing it. Will make the play. 1 away. Gonzalez really was behind that one and hit to the other Gonzalez. So Gonzalez flies out to Gonzalez, and that'll bring up Salvador Perez. Here's the pitch to Perez, and he'll take a strike. Arrieta told me that he is honored to be able to pitch in this postseason. The guy that has been very interesting that we haven't seen so far this postseason is Jason Hamill, who had a phenomenal year his second year as a Redbird. He had a head fracture in 2017 where he missed the entire season on his 3rd start. And it was so unfortunate as we see a strikeout there. Jason Hamill told me that he was honored to be the number 5 starter and to really have a chance to do something special with this team. And he took the moment and he ran with it. The Cardinals had a 5-man rotation, and they didn't do a 6-man. They didn't bring in a 6-man until the final 3 days of the regular season, where they gave Waka, Daman, and Dude off. Well, we're going to go to the top of the 3rd. 1-0 St. Louis. Well, we got manager Mike Matheny, and Matheny explained to us what's been going on in the series. Well, it's been quite simple. We haven't been hitting the ball like we have this season. We're having a tough time. Yesterday we had a tough time getting on base. And, I got to tip my cap off to Shelby Miller. He was fantastic last night. And I also like to tip my cap to our own player, Kennedy Daman, who also was fantastic last night. He left 1 pitch up. Jock Peterson made us pay for it. And that was it. But it was a little disappointing that we couldn't get him any runs. Mike, you've been shuffling the lineup a little bit with playing Daman, playing Santana, playing Arenado. Is there a reason to that? Is there a reason why that you haven't stuck with the same routine lineup? Well, yeah, there's a reason for that. So we looked and we analyzed certain situations, and between the 3 guys, which guys were hitting the most. Arenado, we know what we're getting with him. We know that he is a vacuum cleaner at 3rd base. Between Daman and Santana, Daman doesn't have much experience at 3rd or 2nd. He has very minimal experience at shortstop. He's an outfielder. But to get him some more at-bats, he was down in the minor leagues learning how to play shortstop, because that position was going to be potentially open. Well, Santana can pretty much play anywhere, but shortstop's his best position. And Emerson is a pretty solid 2nd baseman, but he's kind of a liability, and he'll tell you that himself at 3rd. that second base is a little bit a position for him, and he's not fully developed yet. I mean, we're talking about a kid who got called up because of injuries. And Van Buren strikes out, and there's out number 2. So the reason why I'll finish my thought. The reason why we went with the lineup today was Dahman has been struggling, and we thought we'd give him a break. This isn't a benching, so we told him that he's not benched. It's more we're giving him a break because he's just been struggling and Santana's been hitting. Well, thank you, Mike. And we'll let you get back to managing. Thank you, Dan. I have had fun this season, and hopefully we can talk to each other again. Johnny Matheny. What kind of as we see a fly ball that will get to the gap? Nope, it'll drop right into Puig's glove and the inning's over. Well, we're going to the bottom of the third. Cardinals lead 1-0. And we're back as Jonathan Scoop will step in. It's been kind of one of those brisk playoff games. We haven't seen a lot of stressful moments, except for that first inning. We saw Whelan work out of that jam, giving up the double to Van Buren, and that was it for him. And Johnny, where do you think you look at Marcus Van Buren?
1-2.
And that was unfortunate. An injury to Jake Arrieta. So Nathan Jones will come in and finish. Will probably finish the inning. And what does that mean for everything else? Well, we don't know what really happened. We just know the trainers came out and just pulled Arrieta in the middle of a pitch. And that means, well, Jason Hamill will get loose in the pen. And Jason Hamill will pitch the 5th inning. Jones is known for being able to come into a game cold and get warm. And he'll get a couple of batters to kind of figure it out, that he doesn't have to get this batter out or anything like that. But he knows his role is to get out of this inning. And that'll be it for Jones. So it's unfortunate that's all that he's going to be utilized for. And really unfortunate what happened to Jake Arrieta. Jason Hamill getting loose in the pen. And we will see him in the 4th inning. And there's a ball. And the count's 2-2. No outs and the pitch. Fly ball into right. Cargo under it. Will make the catch. 1 away. And that'll bring up Joe Whelan making his first at-bat of the game and of the postseason. Interesting enough, this is the 4th consecutive year the Dodgers and Cardinals have met in postseason play. The Cardinals won the last 2 meetings. The Dodgers won the very first one. The Dodgers won the World Series that year. But these two powerhouse NL teams seem to meet up every single season. Here's Big Jock Peterson, and he'll take a pitch inside. Are you surprised that Nathan Jones has been able to locate strikes? Well, no, Nathan Jones, I mean, we had him last year, and he was a guy that came out of the pen just getting swings and misses. The 2-2 pitch, and Peterson strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. And we've played 3 in Los Angeles. We go to the bottom of the top half of the 4th. Cardinals lead 1-0. And here is Carlos Gonzalez, as he'll step in. Jason Hamill getting loose in the pen, and he'll come in and pitch inning number 4. Swing and a miss. The Cardinals would like this inning to get to Nathan Jones so they could use a pinch hitter. The pitch. That one's
No, that
down
means
low.
that's the ball.
Will there be possibly a double switch? Well, I don't know. I don't think Matheny's going to do the double switch because I think he wants to keep Emerson in the game. If this inning were to get to Emerson, I mean, we got Carlos Gonzalez, Nolan Arenado, and Ryan Braun, and you think between the three of them, one of them will get on base. And that one's inside.
3-1.
The 3-1 pitch. Here it is. And there's a ball hit right off the pitcher. Perez picks it up, throws to first, and Cargo is out. A line drive right off of Leland's waist. And the Cardinals are one down. Here is Nolan Arenado. He singled back in the second. And then was caught stealing or napping at second. Here's the pitch.
1-0.
That one missed. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball hit over to the second baseman, Scoop. Throws on to first, 2 gone. And here's Ryan Braun. Struck out. And you think there might be a possibility Braun, if he doesn't get a hit or does anything productive in this game, I mean, you know he's a defensive liability as he grounds out and he's 0-for-2 tonight. Do you think that they might do a possible substitution and take Braun out of this game? Well, here's Andrellian Simmons as he'll step in. And we're going to get a visit to a double switch, actually, as Ryan Braun is going to be taken out of this game as manager Mike Matheny comes out to make the switch. So Ryan Braun is out, Alex Dahman is in, and he'll come in and play left field. And here is Jason Hamill. As you saw, only 2 games started last year and didn't last for long. I don't think he was 2-6. I don't think he had that many decisions. And he's ready to go. Andrellian Simmons, and he has a 1-0 lead, and the first 3 innings are already in the books as he'll take a strike. Jason Hamill, they call him the Cardinals' secret weapon. Fly ball, Trout makes the catch, 1 away. Well, I see it. You know, they bring in Dahman, who's the defensive upgrade, and you're going to get that bat out of him. You figure he's probably your best option off the bench, and you don't have to worry about a ground ball. You don't have to worry about a pitching change right away in case you need the pinch hitter if a guy gets on base. Well, yeah, next inning you're going to have Emerson, Dahman, and Santana to lead it off. And if anyone were to get on, then you got Marcus Van Buren and Trout. So things are looking good next inning. Curveball just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And describe the difference between Jason Hamill and Jake Arrieta's pitching style. Well, Arrieta throws harder. He throws harder. He's got a slider with a little bit more bite. And Hamill has a very accurate curveball that he can locate for a strike, and he drops it in on you. Here's Eric Emerson. He'll lead off inning number 4, inning number 5, and it's a 1-0 St. Louis lead. 5 o'clock here, Central Time, and the pitch. And a strike taken. An unfortunate strike. A poor, unfortunate strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Emerson fouls that one back. Dahman in the game, playing left field now, as he sat for the first 3 innings. Here's the pitch, and that one's low. Well, Mike Matheny said that he would be taking Braun out when they came to take the pitch route. The pitch. And there's a fly ball lifted into left center field. It's hit pretty good, and Hayward chases it down. Out number 1. That ball just floated out there, and Hayward had to go a long way to track that one down as he tracks it down to make the catch, as he ran 17 miles an hour and had to cover 135 feet to make that catch. Here's Alex Dahman, who's 0 for 7 for this postseason, or for this series. He does have a walk under his resume. He has been struggling a bit, but they figured they'd get the glove in the lineup. He's an outstanding outfielder. Swing and a miss, and a ton of raw power. Here's the pitch to Dahman, and he hits the ball on the ground, fielded by Valbuena, and Dahman's out, 1 away. And that'll bring up Danny Santana. And just like we thought this game was going to be, low scoring as usual, and one big hit away from winning the game. Could Van Buren's hit in the first inning be the hit that wins the game? Well, you just don't know. We thought that the Dodgers had Game 2 under wraps, and then it just kind of unraveled in that second to last inning, the 8th inning, which has been a killer inning for the Dodgers, just for the record, against the Cardinals in postseason play. You can ask Matt Carpenter about that. And Santana rips this one into center. Hayward makes the catch. And again, I don't think people realize Hayward covers a lot of ground out there at center field. Well, the Dodgers have a lot of former Cardinals on this team, of Jason Hayward and Shelby Miller. Now here's Adrian Gonzalez, as he'll step in, and Hamill is in his second inning of work. Well, I would imagine that Jason Hamill would be about 3 innings, I would say, out of the pen. Ground ball. Arenado, the vacuum cleaner, throws over to third. 1 away. As we look at the StatCast, Los Angeles only has 1 hit. Here's Salvador Perez. He'll step in. And the pitch. And that one's low. Michael Wacha would get the start tomorrow. And if there is a Game 6, the Cardinals have announced it would be Corey Kluber. I mean, it was a good dive, but I don't think it was necessary, as Salvador Perez gets a double anyways. Second hit of the day for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and it's made by Salvador Perez. Good hustle, though. Here's Valbuena. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Will the move to bring Dahman in the game pay dividends? There's a fly ball. Trout makes the catch, and we'll see him show off his arm as he just chucks it to third base. And here's Jonathan Scoop, as he'll step in, and the pitch by Hamill, and that's in there for a strike. Not necessarily the strongest Dodger lineup we've ever seen before, but this lineup has done dividends to the Cardinals' rotation in years past. Arenado will make the catch, and the inning is over. So the Dodgers failed to score on a leadoff double. As we go to the top half of the 6th, Cardinals lead 1-0. Well, here is Marcus Van Buren, as he'll lead us off. He doubled back in the first and gave the Cardinals the lead. Here's the pitch, and that one's taken low. Van Buren struck out last time. As you see, the Dodgers do lead the series, and the Cardinals are trying to even it up for Game 5 to force the series to go back to St. Louis. Tomorrow will be Game 5 around 4:30 Central Time, broadcasted here on the Mad Dog channel. Friday would be a travel day, and then Saturday, if necessary, it would be totally necessary for the Cardinals, but for the Dodgers, they may have it wrapped up by tomorrow. Here's the pitch to Van Buren, the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded right back to Wheeland as he chucks it to first, 1 away. Here's Mike Trout, 1 for 2 with a single. And he was stopped at second base. Here's the pitch. Almost went at that one, but that changeup's in the dirt. Wheeland's been throwing that changeup, and he's been fooling the hitters for the most part all game. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Beautiful night here in October baseball, and you gotta love October baseball. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. A 3-0 pitch, and if you're Trout, do you give him the green light? Oh, absolutely. Something he can drive. Swung on and missed at that slider. He was looking to hit that one out of the park. 76th pitch of the game, the pitch by Wheeland. And there's a fly ball hit into the gap. Puig chases it down to make the catch, 2 away. Now here's Justin Knapp as he'll step in. 0 for 2 today. And the MVP would like to hit one out of here. Here's the pitch. Inside ball. Well, Dan, if you had to say who would you say is the MVP of this series? Well, if you want my honest opinion, I'd have to say it's Shelby Miller. That was a magnificent game that he pitched yesterday. 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Justin Knapp with 2 outs. Taking all the way for strike 1. And Knapp, who's extremely patient, has been walking a ton in this series. 4 walks. Here's the pitch. And he hits that one into left field, and the ball is caught, and the inning is over. Well, we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Cardinals lead 1-0. And here is Yasmati Grandal as he steps in, and Jason Hamill's going out for his 3rd inning of work. And that one's inside. Well, Jason Hamill said that he's ready to go, and there's a possibility that they just might let him go all the way to the 8th inning. Well, why not? I mean, he's extremely accurate with that curve and that 2-seamer that he can get left-handers to chase. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit down the line. Foul. The 2-2 pitch. And that's over the head of Emerson and a leadoff single. Here is Big Jock Peterson. He was struck out. He's struck out twice. Once by Arrieta in the 1st, and then back in the 4th against Nathan Jones. That was the 3rd inning, actually. The pitch. Swung on and missed again. The count's 1-2. The pitch. Swung on and missed, and Jock Peterson has struck out 3 times against 3 different pitchers. 1 away. Here's Andrellian Simmons. And the pitch by Hamill is in there for a strike. Jason Hamill was an innings monster this season. Coming off the head fracture and just dropping dimes on guys. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. And I think that's strike 3. Yep, 2 gone. Here's Yasiel Puig. The pitch by Hamill. And there's a fly ball. Dahman chasing it. Makes the catch as he chases it down. And the inning's over. Well, we've played 6 here in Los Angeles. Let's go to the 7th. Cardinals lead 1-0. As we look at the score, Cardinals are up 1-0. The Dodgers have 3 hits. The Cardinals have 4. And there hasn't been a lot of offense since the very first inning. Here's Juan Nolasco. As he'll come in for the Dodgers. Interesting story about Nolasco. In 2010, he was hit in the head by Ian Desmond on a fly ball or a line drive straight off of the bat. It hit him in the head. It caused bleeding in the brain, and he fell to the ground. And on his way to the ground, as we see a base hit by Carlos Gonzalez, that might be a double. He rounds first, heads to second, and he is in there with a leadoff double by Carlos Gonzalez. So Nolasco had bleeding in the brain, and when he fell to the ground, he broke his neck. Well, he was out of baseball for a while and made his comeback, and now he's pitching for the Dodgers in a big playoff game. So a lot can change. Oh, yeah, you're telling me. Ooh. That's really good to hear, to see him back on the mound and pitching in a big game. A 1-0 game and a postseason playoff game. Here's the pitch by Arenado. To Arenado. Swung on and missed, and the count's 1-1. Gonzalez, the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Nope. Arenado lays off of that. The 2-1 pitch to Nolan Arenado. Outside ball 3. Hamill is on deck. And Hamill might be done. As we see Sam Freeman getting loose in the pen. Here's the pitch. Strike called. And the count is now officially full. Well, what do you do if Arenado can find a way on base? Well, I think it's obvious. You just leave Hamill in and try to bunt. Swung on and foul back. Full count. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, and Arenado draws the walk. And Jason Hamill will stay in the game. Interesting decision here, but I think they like what Hamill's been doing. Here's the pitch. And Hamill puts it on the ground. Double play ball, perhaps. No. Well, the runner's out at second. Gonzalez advanced to third, and Hamill is standing at first base. Here's Emerson. Runners at first and third. Double play possibility here. So the Dodgers keep the double play ball in order and really need to get Emerson out. Here's the pitch. And Emerson drives this one in the gap. That's going to be down for a base hit, and a run scores. So the Cardinals now lead 2-0. And the batter will be Alex Dahman, who's 0 for 8 in this series. Here's the pitch. And Dahman lifts this one in the outfield. It will fall right in Simmons' glove. 2 gone. So he's 0 for 2 tonight. And the batter will be Danny Santana. Santana steps in a 2-0 game. Here's the pitch. Santana puts it on the ground. Gonzalez, no choice but to go to first, and he got Santana on the foot race, and Nolasco beats him there, and the inning is over. But the Cardinals tack on another run, and they lead 2-0. We're going to stretch here in Los Angeles. 2-0. Well, here's Jason Hayward, and he'll face Jason Hamill. The pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. Well, they like so far what Hamill's been, and he'll foul off another one. A guy who can throw a ton of pitches and locate. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, and Emerson can't make the play. And Hayward's going to have himself, I would have to say that's an E4. That's a play you got to make if you're Eric Emerson. Here's Adrian Gonzalez. Nope, they're going to call it a base hit. Here's the pitch. And that one's inside for a ball.
1 ball, no strike.
Watch Hayward. He's a stolen base threat. The pitch. Sidestepping there, and it's 2-0. This is probably the pitch you want to steal on. The pitch. No, he missed. And I would imagine Gonzalez will get the green light here. Yep. Swung on and fouled it back. And the count's 1-1. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it back again. And the count is now full to Adrian Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled again. He's throwing him everything but the kitchen sink at this point. Full count. The pitch. That thing's crushed into center field. Trout gives chase. Can't make the catch, and it's over the wall. A 2-run homer by Adrian Gonzalez, and this game is tied in the 7th. A play that Emerson should have made results in a tie game. For Adrian Gonzalez, that's his second home run in this series, and a huge one, as he had the game-clinching home run in Game 1. This time, just absolutely launches it over the wall. A mistake pitch by Jason Hamill, not wanting to put him on base. You can't blame him. I mean, he was falling off everything, and that thing is just gone. Well, here's Salvador Perez, as he'll step in. Swung on and missed there. And give Matheny credit for leaving Hamill out there to work his way out of the jam, or work his way out of this inning. Ground ball, 1 away, as Perez grounds out. Well, here's the pitch to Valbuena, and that one's in there for a strike. Valbuena, another guy who has a lot of power. The pitch, low.
1-1.
Well, the problem was he fell behind Gonzalez and had to work his way back into the count, and he did. He was saying to himself that he could not walk him in that situation, because the last thing you want to do is put 2 runners on base. Well, it turned out to hurt him because he ended up hitting himself in anyways. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and he walked him, and that might be it for Hamill. Hamill's having a pretty stressful 7th inning here. Here's Jonathan Scoop, as Lilliquist will come out and visit with Jason Hamill and try to figure out how to sort this mess out. Well, they're going to leave him in the game. Here's the pitch, and that one missed. He's hitting his spots, he's just not getting the call. There's a ground ball up the middle base hit. A base hit by Scoop, and now there's 2 runners on with 1 out. Here's David Mercado, as we see Kevin Quackenbush getting loose. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul. Why is Hamill still out there is beyond me. Great pick there by Van Buren. The 1-1 pitch. That one's low. 2 runners on. Hamill trying to work his way out of this inning. And he locates that slider for a strike. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, that's going to get down. And the go-ahead run will score. 3-2 Dodgers. The Dodgers fought back in it. The Cardinals dominated the first 6 innings, and this 7th inning has been all Dodgers. Here's Jock Peterson, and finally Matheny goes to the bullpen. In comes Sam Freeman to pitch to Jock. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and Van Buren snapping. The pitch. I think what that was a hit and run there. Strike called. Here's the 1-2. And that one's outside. And the count's even at 2. The 2-2 pitch to Peterson. In the dirt, ball 3. Peterson, who doesn't walk much. Here's the full count. Swung on, and that's another base hit. 1 run is in. The run will not try to score, and the Dodgers now lead 4-2. Here's Simmons. And in comes Quackenbush. The pitch. And he'll foul that one back. The Cardinals are having a tough time getting out of the inning. The pitch. Ground ball, double play ball. There's one. And they get the back end for the double play, and the inning's over. But finally, it's over. We're going to the 8th. Dodgers lead 4-2. Well, Paul Kroger will come in and pitch. He hasn't pitched really at all in this series overall. But he's coming in to pitch to Marcus Van Buren. So it's a lefty matchup against the right-hander. We see Day-Day getting loose in the pen. And Tom Durant, who will most likely be pitching to the left-handers. Swung on and missed by Van Buren. Interesting that you bring in the lefty in this situation because, I mean, you're facing 3 consecutive right-handers. The only lefty that you face is Carlos Gonzalez. And, I mean, I don't know. Here's the 0-2 to Van Buren. That one's inside ball. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. That one missed. And the count is now even at 2. Here's the pitch. And he popped it up. Pui under it. And will make the catch. 1 away. And here's Mike Trout as he'll step in a 4-2 game. The pitch. Trout hits this one into right. Pui makes the catch. 2 away. And here's Knapp. See, this is the inning where you have to score your run. Here's the pitch. And that one's taken outside. Here's the pitch. And that one swung on and fouled back. I would assume the lineup's going to look pretty much the same tomorrow. I don't know if Daman will be in or not. There's a swing and foul back. My sources tell me that Braun will probably play again, and you might see something similar, where Braun gets the first 2 at-bats and Daman gets the last 3, or they might give Braun 3 at-bats and Daman 1 or 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And there's a ground ball up the middle base hit. So Gonzalez will hit with a runner at first. And he's been kind of a hero in this series. But against the left-hander, who knows? The pitch. And he crushes that foul. He did get the slider, though. Here's the 0-1. Outside ball. The 1-1 pitch. It's on its way. That one's hit down the line, and the inning is over, as Gonzalez will step on the bag. Well, we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Dodgers lead 4-2. Puig, Hayward, and Gonzalez when we come back. Well, Puig will step in the box, and Quackenbush will stay in the game and pitch to him, and he'll take a strike. Well, I would assume that Durant will come in and pitch the next 2 batters, and then the finisher will be Lazu as Puig grounds out. Here's Jason Hayward. And Tom Durant will come in and pitch. The left-handers have been hitting him, but he's only pitched an inning and 2/3. So small sample size. And here's the pitch. Inside ball 1. The 24-year-old left-hander. The pitch. And there's a pop-up. Nap. Under it. Makes the catch. 2 gone. And here is Adrian Gonzalez. The pitch to Gonzalez. He hit that 2-run homer in the 7th inning. It was a heartbreaking 2-run homer, as they batted around to take the lead. The pitch. Ooh, ground ball foul. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that one's inside. As you can see, Durant is just frustrated with the strike zone. The 3-1 pitch. There's a fly ball. Nobody playing left field, and that will drop in for a base hit. Gonzalez is going to have himself a 2-out double. I don't know why there was no one playing left field. Gonzalez will hit a bloop double. And there'll be a runner at second with 2 outs. The batter is Salvador Perez. And they'll do the intentional walk and pitch to Valbuena. Here's Valbuena 0 for 2 with a walk, as Durant will stay in the game and pitch to him. Seemed like Van Buren just chucked that ball in frustration. The pitch. Ground ball. Emerson picks it up, throws to first, and the inning is over. So last chance for the Cardinals. They really don't want to fall down 3-1 after having such a great start in this game. Arenado, a pinch hitter, and Emerson when we come back. Well, here comes Kelly Jansen, as he'll come in and pitch, and he'll face off against Nolan Arenado. And Arenado will step in. Here's the pitch, and a strike taken. Well, it's kind of interesting there, because Arenado has been learning to work the count a little bit more and try to drive pitches. Here's the pitch, and that one's low, ball 1. So the count's even at 1. A pinch hitter will be most likely Roger Cooley. Possibility it could be Randall Grichuk. Maybe they might want to go for power. There's a ball hit foul. There's a possibility it could be Randall Grichuk if Arenado were to get on somehow. The pitch. There's a ground ball. That's going to be a base hit by Arenado. So the Cardinals got the leadoff man on. And let's see. 63 power, no power, high contact against right-handers. Randall Grichuk will be the pinch hitter. Well, they're going to go with a guy who has a little bit of a stick. A little bit of pop and a little bit of power in that stick. Here's the pitch. Outside ball. They've been going with Cooley the entire series as their #1 pinch hitter. But he hasn't really done a whole lot in the series, so they gave Grichuk the shot. Swung on and missed. Grichuk is a free swinger. Arenado being the high, or Cooley being the high contact guy, you risk maybe hitting into a double play. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball lifted into right. Puig will make the catch. 1 away. And now Emerson will bat. Here's Eric Emerson. He's 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and an RBI. So offensively, he's been actually pretty reliable in the game. But he did have that defensive mishap. The pitch. And he'll lift a fly ball into right. That will be caught, and there'll be 2 away. Now Dahman is the last chance here. And Dahman's 0 for 2, and he's 0 for 9 in the series. So that's a little unfortunate. The pitch by Jansen. Dahman hits this one down the line. That's going to get down for extra bases. Arenado rounds third, and he'll stop there. And there'll be runners at second and third with 2 outs. And the batter will be Danny Santana. And who knows, maybe you walk Santana and pitch to Van Buren. I don't know what you do there. Here's Danny Santana. The pitch. Santana rips this one to center. Dahman's going to try to score. The throw to the plate. Not in time, and this game's tied. Two RBI double by Danny Santana ties the game and keeps the Cardinals' hopes alive. Now, the unfortunate part of this situation is the Cardinals only have 2 pitchers left in the bullpen. Santana at first. Jansen. Swung on and missed by Van Buren. If they can somehow get this inning to Mike Trout, that could be huge. Santana takes off. Outside the pitch. Santana is safe as he steals the base. I'd like to change my vote to saying Santana's the MVP of the series. Is it too early to do that? Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And the count's 1-2. They have Lazoo, Rosenthal, and the long reliever Fountain. So enough pitchers to get through a few innings. Swung on and fouled back. And after that, I mean, you're talking about using Kluber or whoever. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Van Buren fouls that one back again. Another really good pitch. Trout is on deck, or he'll be leading off the 10th. Oh, and a strike called, and the inning is over. Jansen's excited and pumped up, angry for giving up the lead, but what a great pitch to get out of that jam. Van Buren strikes out looking. No, we can't do that. We'd almost have to bring in McHenry. Here comes Day Lazoo as he'll be pitching this 9th inning. And Jonathan Scoop will be the batter. The pitch by Lazoo. That was foul back. Well, Lazoo is pretty much a 1-inning pitcher. So you'll get Lazoo in the 9th. Ground ball. Emerson. 1 away. You'd get Lazoo in the 9th. Rosenthal in the 10th. You would probably do a double switch with whoever. Ground ball. Arenado. No! We'll see if Matheny comes out to challenge this thing. As David Dahl gets a base hit off of that. He might have been out. Nope. Pitch. Strike called on the outside zone. Another strike called. Swung on and missed. And Peterson strikes out for the 5th time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Strikes out 4 times to 4 different pitchers. Here's the pitch to Simmons. And that one's hit foul. Cardinals aren't really worried about the runner now at this point. They're focused on just getting Simmons out.
1-1.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Santana. Over to first. Inning over. Let's play free baseball as we go to the 10th. This game's tied at 4. Heath Hembree will come in and pitch. And he'll deal against Mike Trout, who's 1 for 4. With a single in the game. Rosenthal is getting loose, and now Fountain's getting loose. Here's the pitch. Trout crushes that one foul, and we'll do it again. Here's the pitch to Trout. That one misses. 1-1. 4-4 is the score. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Trout. Well, if you missed it, you missed a really good game so far. Here's the pitch. Trout gets through the glove of Gonzalez, and he'll have himself a leadoff single. So the go-ahead run's at first, and the batter will be Knapp. If you look at the show track, exit velocity was 118 miles an hour. The launch angle was only about 5 degrees. And here's Knapp. Howell is getting loose to pitch to Gonzalez. Knapp hits this one deep. Has a shot. It is going to be caught at the wall. And Trout has to race back to first. A ball that was absolutely hammered, but just stayed in the ballpark. Here's Carlos Gonzalez as he'll step in. And the pitch to him. Outside ball. I'd say this is a stolen base opportunity here. But they're looking at it and they're like, not happening. Salvador Perez is a tough hombre to steal on. He throws over to first. The 2-0. Swung on and foul back. 2-1 the count to to Cargo. Cargo puts it on the ground, double play ball. To second, to first, inning over. Well, we're going to go to the bottom of the 10th. Cardinals lead 4-4, or game's tied at 4. Here's Puy, as he'll step in, and I think they're going to try to squeeze another inning out of Lazoo. And there's a fly ball that'll get into the seats. Lazoo is not necessarily a 2-inning pitcher, but with the postseason, not a whole lot going on in your bullpen, not knowing who you're going to play tomorrow, and Puy strikes out. And Lazoo has been one of your best pitchers out of the pen, and Puy is just upset. Look at the pitch by Lazoo as he just wheels it right by him for the strikeout. Here's Hayward. The pitch. Swung on and crushed foul. He was all over that pitch. The 0-1. Takes a changeup. And Lazoo, I think, will try to challenge him up and in. He does, and Hayward was all over it. Fought it off. Good pitch. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ooh, left that one up. Hayward missed it. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Great changeup, and Hayward's upset. The hitters and the pitchers have been upset with the strike zone all game long, as you see the frustration carrying over into this game. Here's Adrian Gonzalez, who had the big home run off Jason Hamill. The pitch. And that one's just missed. Well, I think it's been proven that maybe we should have done a pinch hitter there. Oh, there should have been a pinch hitter in the 6th inning there. Hamill was cruising. I mean, you couldn't expect that. Ground ball, base hit. Gonzalez he's on his own planet right now. The Cardinals just can't get him out. Now here's Salvador Perez. He'll step in. Intentionally walked last time, and that was to set it up to pitch to Valbuena. And you see Lazoo challenge him down. This will be Lazoo's last inning of work. Change up in there for a strike. Well, he's looked sharp, Dan. Ground ball. That one's going to get through for a base hit. Gonzalez will hold at second as Cargo gets that one in pretty quickly. Perez just rips it. And now you got runners at first and second. Valbuena's the hitter. The pitch. Missed. Lazoo seems to be falling behind hitters now. Ground ball, that's going to get down for a base hit. Gonzalez will try to score. The throw to the plate is not in time, and the Dodgers win the game. The Dodgers win and go up 3-1 on the Cardinals. Game 5 tomorrow night. Michael Wacha versus Zach Greinke, and the Cardinals are in a position that they have never been in. They haven't been in since 2014 against the Giants. The game-winning hit by Valbuena, and the Dodgers walk it off. Some questioning managing decisions as Matheny stuck with his guys and he paid for it. Adrian Gonzalez, player of the game. He had 3 hits, 2 runs, a double, a home run, 2 RBIs, and scored the game-winning run. I mean, they deserve this win all in all. Well, we will see you tomorrow night, 4:30 Central Time. Cardinals-Dodgers. Waka will get the start versus Zach Greinke. And it should be an entertaining one. And the Cardinals need to win or it's over. It's done for them. They got to win 3 straight. With that, I'm Dan Stevens alongside Johnny Peralta saying goodbye until next time.